Battle Pass also. The Battle Pass is done.
You might have enough Well, I, I always save my CP. I hadn't had to buy any battle pass ever.
No, I spend a lot of fucking CPs on fucking old kind of useless fucking
Hmm.
costumes and shit, man.
Hell yeah. If you like it, that's what matters. Shit.
Makes you happy. We do what makes
Honestly,
us
I
happy.
really want
Bro
to run
Mandalorian,
around
yo.
and not look like anyone else. I prefer that.
Yo, what's up, bottom of the hour? Yeah, Trendy. Hold on 1 second, buddy. I gotta find out why I've got no sound on my chat here. Well, that sucks. There's nobody saying anything. It's not coming in. Let me refresh. Let me turn it off. That's usually what works is I turn it off and then I'll turn it back on again. And that sometimes that works. James Milne. What's up, James? Brap, Trendy Bro Mandalorian. Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. Let me get you guys on here. Okay, that didn't fix the chat. Moo. So let's refresh this. Okay, that didn't fix it either. So I've got one more thing I can do, which is to switch browser windows that I'm using for chat. So we'll use this browser window and see if it works for us. Okay. As soon as that first chat comes in, we'll see if it's working. And then we can just go on with the show. Okay, so.
Brap all day. Test.
Yay, it's working. Okay, cool. So let's get that volume down on that. We'll put that on 20. That should be a good volume. And we'll get rid of this. And we'll get rid of that. Okay, and we'll open up, this was the fuck you video. Okay, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. Okay, no news. Today's topic, no news. You guys like that? Okay, good. I like it too. You guys want to smoke? So you can see there's a poll now in the view of the camera,
Brap
right?
all day. Working on a 1977 Pontiac Can-Am.
So if I do this, no more poll, but I'm not looking at you anymore. So there's a poll. There is a poll. And depending on where I put the camera, we can line it up with this rod here and make it less obtrusive because there's already a poll there. But anyway, it's temporary. Both of these poles are temporary. They're going to go. I got 2 6-foot rods. They're coming within a week or two. They're going to go across the top, and I won't need support poles anymore. But these things are great for now because I was driving my mom crazy with the show. She's driving her crazy. She can't take it. So I had built a roof and done everything, and she's like, I can still hear you. And she's acting like it still sucked. And then after I took the roof off, all of a sudden it was real bad. She I can really hear you now. Oh, so the roof was working then, wasn't it? The roof was working, wasn't it? Yeah. It totally was. You should be honest with me when I ask you stuff like that, you know? The roof definitely cuts down on the sound, you know? I've been in here screaming the whole time, and she didn't have a problem with it. Roof comes off, very first scream, and she's freaking. Ruined my vibe, killed my vibe. Had something going, she totally fucking killed it. Had to fucking start from scratch again. So now what I'd like to do is close the door. Look at all the room I got. Room for activities. Room for activities, you like that? I got room, baby.
Nick Brown. Cheers, everyone.
I got so much room, it's a Roomba. Okay, so we close that. Now I got my fan pointing in a different direction so it knocks these down, but it Michael Bolton's my hair.
Only 1400 made Just cut a 3x4 pole in the hood. Thumbs up, medium light skin tone.
You cut a 3/4 inch hole in the hood? Why? What are you?
Michael Goldsmith.
What are you doing to a
K-Ray.
77 Pontiac Can-Am that you cut a hole in the hood? You putting on a supercharger, bro? Supercharger, bro? Putting on a blower, bro? What you doing, bro? Putting a snorkel nose on the top of that bitch, boy? What you gonna do, bro? Why you cutting a hole in the hood, bro? All right, so yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this right here. I'm
Michael
looking at it.
Goldsmith. It's ball 30 time.
Michael Goldsmith.
All
Wow.
day. Install the hood tack.
Michael Goldsmith. I hope the microphone sounds good, even with the fan blowing and everything. Let me know. I hope it sounds okay. Wow, Michael Goldsmith is here. Ooh, what's up, buddy? All right, so we're gonna take some of this orange bud and just put it right on top of these ashes here. Sometimes I roll.
Michael Goldsmith.
Sometimes that's how I roll.
It sounds good.
And when I roll like that, I like to say it, that's how I roll. I like to actually say the words. I'm saying the words. The coffee is perfect today. Perfect coffee.
Michael Goldsmith. Just enjoying the nice weather.
It's not always
Big
perfect,
Merc
but
83.
that's perfect coffee.
I had a shit. I thought you got pissed at me.
I did get pissed at you, dude. Don't disgrace my fucking live stream with your vulgarities, man. I know that's from a movie. I'm not an idiot. But yeah, you pissed me off, bro. Yeah, I don't need that kind of vulgarity on my goddamn live stream. All right? Don't do it again. All right. No law regarding cannabis, and it's disrespectful to women. I know it's from a movie, but it's still fucking disrespectful to women. So, yeah, I was pissed off at you. And I ended my show because of your fat fucking mouth. Just so you know, Merc. Yeah. I hope you did have a shit. All right. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody.
Michael Goldsmith. Cheers, nay. Big Merc 83. That's a big 10 to 4, bro.
Good. I'm glad you got me. Cyber, you killing?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Kill.
You want to kill?
No, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd love to, but I can't. I got maybe one more day off
Roger that.
from gaming just to not aggravate this injury. So far, I'm doing good, though. Healing up because I'm not using it. Yeah, man, I play gotcha a lot. I'm kind of sick of that. Nobody wants to hear me calling gotcha on anybody. Unless you do like it, then let me know in the chat right now. Otherwise, we'll just skip that shit for right now. And I will look to see what else we have going on. Jill Biden tests positive for COVID. I fucking hate her. I hate them all. Oh, you're getting ready to see more of this. Hit and run killed 3 people outside iconic Chicago gay bar. Yeah, like I said, yeah, if people don't have guns, they'll just get in a car and run people over. Okay? Remember that. You're going to see more of it as people get crazier and crazier. You know, they don't want to show you those pictures
Michael Goldsmith.
of what a car does to a human
Smoking on
body.
anything good. I'd be smoking on some GMO. Enoch YU Beaslin 420 Torres. Yo nay, what up, son?
Yo, Enoch,
Drive,
what's
drive.
up? I was about to
Dude.
get really dark up in this bitch, and then Billy came in, and Enoch came in, and Michael Goldsmith asked me what I'm smoking, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I won't bring everybody down. Cool. We'll talk about something else. Well, moving on. Let me see. Socialites had a Juneteenth party.
Fry
What the
drive.
fuck was that all
Doesn't
about?
matter if it gets dark. We need no light, we shine.
And they claim it wasn't racist. They had like a cocktail party, like to show off their wealth. Socialite party. What? Are you kidding me? Adult creators.
Enoch YU Beaslin 420 Torres.
Okay, this story is actually pretty
don't
interesting.
Go gentle into that good night or dark night.
Yeah,
don't do it.
This story is pretty
Here's the
interesting.
story.
We're going to have to talk about it. Total invasion of privacy. Airbnb host filmed entering unannounced while adult creators are mid-production. Isla Moon at Thought You Blocked Me.
Josh G. What's up, man?
I love that. That's her at Thought You Blocked Me. That should be mine. Thought period you period blocked period me. That's the at if you're looking for her. Posted TikTok on August 23rd. The video's overlaid text reads, our Airbnb host came in unannounced while we were in full production. In her video, the host speaks with Moon and other content creators in the room about Uber Eats. Moon explains that the group told their Airbnb host that they were a yoga club. So when the host entered, they had put on workout apparel. He asked us to show our yoga mats. Moon wrote in the video's overlay text, a member of the group sits on a towel on the floor. In a comment on the video, Moon clarified the group was not shooting any adult content in their Airbnb, only TikToks. By August 25th, Moon's video had almost 2.5 million views. So the Airbnb host told the group they had issues with their neighbor and that first night Moon's group was at the property. The neighbor made a noise complaint to police. He also, the host had microphones and cameras in the Airbnb, which she discovered after he came in and announced. Oh, shit. There were microphones and cameras in the Airbnb, dude. Dude, that I gotta tell you, man, people are creepy AF. You're renting your house out to people and you're monitoring them. Look, my buddy Mark, he lives in my home in California, and I got cameras and shit all over that motherfucker. He knows it.
Trendy Nick.
And
Yikes.
he said to me, hey, bro, he's like, I know you got cameras on in here and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't have the cameras on you, bro. He's like, no? I'm like, no, man, the cameras inside the house are all shut off. It's all on the outside. He's like, oh, fuck, cool, bro. It's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to spy on you, bro. I don't care what you're fucking doing in my house. Whatever you're doing, you're fucking doing. It doesn't involve me. You know, you burn that fucker to the ground. That's what my fucking insurance is for. Literally. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. So, you know, if you're going to sit there and rent a B&B out to people and spy on them, you should go to prison for that. People should go to prison for that, or the camera should be plainly marked, and the people that are there need to be told before they even enter into a contract with you that you're some fucking freaky perv that sits there and listens in and watches their every move inside the fucking rooms of your Airbnb. What do you guys think about that in the chat? Let me know. While I do a bong hit, I want to hear what you have to say about it. Peep and Tommy's, Josh G. Trendy Nick says, yikes. Josh G, yo, don't go gentle into that good night or dark night. Either way, don't do it, says Enoch. All right, let me hear from the rest of you now. Cheers, guys. No law regarding cannabis, quarter of the hour. Cheers. Cheers, Cyber.
Josh G. He's got her up 19.99 like the rest of us. Grap all day. Yeah, creepy AF. Josh G. Hey up.
I mean, if you're putting cameras and microphones in your Airbnb, you shouldn't be renting an Airbnb.
The camera comes with the house and Thea controls it. Big Merc 83. That's mad sketchy.
I mean, you want to put cameras and microphones in your Airbnb, fine, but there should be a stipulation saying you have to tell the tenants.
Powers. Hello, Nay.
You have to tell the renters. Hello,
Trendy
Pamela.
Nick. There was a couple that recently got in the hot tub naked not knowing there were cameras.
Certainly. I'm sure this happens in Airbnbs all the time. Because, look, man, I got cameras all over my house. Some of them aren't so obvious. You know? I could totally see how easy it would be for someone to have an app on a phone and sit there and just perv out.
Michael Goldsmith.
You know?
IDK how people like that can sleep at night. Bra up all day. Right, and not in the rooms and shit.
No, man. That's fucked up.
Fried Drive. A Ring bell and an ADT is one thing. Live nanny cams is another.
Yeah, Ring bell is fine. See who's coming in and out of the house. That's fine. And people can see that it's obviously a camera bell. But, or a bell cam. But yeah, like a little stuffed animal sitting in a corner with a camera in the eye, or a clock with a camera in it, or a fucking, an outlet. You seen those? Yeah, man, you replace the outlet cover with another outlet cover, and you could still plug shit into it, and motherfucker has a camera in the screw in between the two fucking outlets. It's not a fake outlet. They got all kinds of shit. Dude, I've seen so many fucked up kinds of ways to record people. I've seen, I own one. Dude, it's like a, I don't know what it's called, but it's on a line. And you can stick it into the tiny, it's thinner than a pencil.
Yay, bro, that's some psycho.
And it's on a 50-foot cable.
There's some creeps out there, son.
It's on like a 50-foot cable. I used it when I had a mouse. I had a mouse in the house in California, and I wanted to see what the fuck he was up to.
Shit.
I got the coolest fucking video of those little fuckers. Dude, I could see exactly what they were doing inside my furniture. I was able to put the camera into under the cupboard, and they had been stockpiling dog food in there, and you could see it. It was all in there and shit.
Josh G,
it's like a little house.
Isn't it called a periscope?
Isn't that called a periscope?
Bra all day.
Borescope. Yeah, it's a borescope, dude. It's like what they stick up people's asses when they're doing colonoscopies. But it's bigger. I bet these colonoscopy cams are way smaller. But yeah, this is like that, and it's on a flexible cable. Like this, but it's like really flexible. Like you can make it go around a corner and then feed it through the corner. You know, it's crazy.
Powers. Lol. Josh G. Borescope UEA, that's it. Shoot, haha.
I got you. I got you. I got you, babe.
Trendy I use them working
I got
on cars.
you. I got you, babe. I got you. God, I was singing that on live stream the other day.
I have one for cars, but only
don't do that.
3 feet.
Don't do that again. Here I am doing it again. But only links 3 feet. Yeah, this one's at least 50 feet. And it's got an app on the phone to access it. And it Wi-Fi's into the camera. It's awesome. It Wi-Fi's into the camera. It says a network, right? It's when you plug the network into the camera, I think, to get on the... I don't think it plugs into the phone. I don't think it plugs into the phone.
Fried Drive. Actually, no. The plumber's toilet cam was smaller than the scope that went in my prison wallet.
Wow. Well, this thing, like I said, it's a little thinner than a pencil. And and it's got a light on it, you know. It can see anything. I mean, in the darkness, bro, you flip it on and it goes to infrared, and you can see everything, man. Crystal clear. It's amazing. And you can roll it, you know, to get it just level and do all kinds of shit. But you've got an app on your phone, bro, and you can say, I've got videos that I recorded onto my phone from that thing. And you could see where the mouse were storing little things of dog food and shit.
Bra all day. Mine has a screen. It's Snap-on brand. Trendy Nick. LMAO Billy.
The plumber's smart cam was smaller than the scope that went in my prison wallet. Dude, Ron Placone said next thing we're going to have to do is find Vincent. Does anybody get that reference? It showed, there was a picture of Ron DeSantis standing like this. Like he's in this weird, he kind of just, I don't know, he's just standing, kind of looks like this or something. He's just in a very weird, he's just standing, looks like he's like, it's a picture of Ron DeSantis and it looks like he just came out of the pool and he's like dripping wet and he's like holding his arms in a weird way. But he's wearing a three-piece suit and he's standing on a podium, on a stage. And he's just standing in a very awkward position. And at the top, Ron says, next thing you know, we'll have to find Vincent or something. Does anybody understand that reference? Maybe I should just
Pamela Powers. Rob is in my county.
Rob? Who are we talking about, Rob? Who's Rob? Pamela. Snap-on brand. Laughing Laughs. Okay, cool.
Pamela Powers. Ron DeSantis.
Ron Descant. Ron. Rob is in my county. Ron DeSantis. Ron.
Pamela Powers. I meant on Ron.
Ron is in. Are you in Florida, Pamela? Is that what you're telling me?
Fried Drive.
Okay.
You know Rob. Everybody knows
not
Rob.
Vincent.
Wait, no,
I'm sorry. It's Victor, not Vincent. Okay. It says, okay, now we just need to find out who Victor is.
Pamela Powers. Sorry spelling. Yes, I'm in Florida.
Okay. No problem. I am in Florida too.
Christoph 54. Hello again, Nay.
See how he's standing there with his hands like facing, his hands are like facing fucking, it looks like he's like letting water drip off his arms. Isn't that weird? He looks like a little baby arms. He looks like little baby arms. Is that little baby arms? Okay, I don't get it. But the joke is, okay, now we just need to find out who Victor is. Who's fucking Victor? And what does it have to do with him? Who is Victor? Billy? Anybody get the reference? Before we're going to delve in and maybe figure it out, because I asked and somebody probably responded to what I said. I was like, I don't get the reference. Can someone explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old? Because when I don't get a joke like this, I feel like a 5-year-old. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I was like, I am so stupid for not knowing this. All right, so come on, audience. We've got a collective of 13 additional minds. 13 minds, all thinking on this together. We're like a Jaguar, but instead of 12 cylinders, there's a 13th cylinder. And we're just pumping down the road, full speed. Oh, really?
Absolutely no fucking clue.
Oh, really? No clue at all? Okay. So much for that 12-cylinder Jaguar philosophy. I guess 12 minds isn't gonna do anything, huh? 12 minds, but instead it's 13 minds all working together. And Billy's like, yeah, no idea. Okay, so now we're going to click on the tweet and see if we can get to the bottom of this. There's only 3 responses. I said, Mr. Reference, please explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old. And of course, none of you guys see this.
Christoph 54.
It's got no likes.
Hello, Latine.
It's got no retweets.
Pamela Powers. I just spit out my coffee. Tears of joy, tears of joy.
Look, it's got 5 impressions. My tweet has 5 impressions and nobody responded to it. But it's only got 5 impressions anyway. So Twitter has only shown this to 5 people. Well, I think I just saw that go to 6. Wasn't that funny? If you guys could go find that,
Christoph
it's at Nave's
54.
Garden Show.
Me smoke lime river rose. Very, very strong bicep.
Hey,
tall,
Christoph.
Green heart.
Me smoke Lime River Rose. Wow, very, very strong. Yeah, I'm smoking Orange Bud, bro. Very, very not strong, but very, very nice for a conversation. It's like the perfect daytime smoke. It doesn't knock you out, make you take a nap. It just makes you talkative, and it stimulates conversation, man. It's a combo starter, bro. This must have been the kind of stuff, the very first time that I smoked cannabis, this must have been what it was that I smoked. Because I
Christoph
all I want to do is
54.
talk.
Me roll big joint. Me friend smile with a halo dove. Green heart scissor.
Very vivid memory. Okay, somebody liked it. Do you guys see that? Do you see I got a like? That means they probably retweeted it too, because it's one of you. So look, there's going to be a delay on the notification that there's a retweet.
Drive.
I've learned not to get upset. See? Look. Now it says one quote tweet. I've learned not to get upset. Hey, they're writing out the quote tweet, bro. They were busy writing out the quote tweet. You gotta wait. You gotta wait for it. Okay, let's see who else is gonna hit this up. It's at Nave's Garden Show. We're going to try to get as many likes and retweets on this as possible because it's just sad. I'm just kind of curious what this reference is. And so just please retweet this at Ron Placone until he sees it and responds.
Christoph 54. Yes, nay, great green heart.
And you know, it's sad. See, the problem is only 5 people saw it, so no one responded to it because nobody saw it. You know, and maybe the 5 people that did see it didn't see it, or one that did see it, maybe 1 out of those 5 that actually read it, were like, I don't know either, so they just disregarded it too. But I'm curious. I like Ron. You know, I like him. I want to know what he's trying to say. What the reference to is. Just he's a funny comedian, and I want to understand what this is. Yeah, I'm curious.
Dominic.
So,
Leon. Hi, nay.
Also, in addition to all of that, you guys know how I feel about that guy. So, you know, it's only got this tweet's only got 13 likes. So people aren't seeing it, and you could help him by liking and retweeting. You know, I should have liked and retweeted it, and I don't know why I didn't. Let's like and retweet Ron's original, I don't know how to spell original post until we figure this one out. There, so I'll put that out there. You know, we'll try to get some more people to see it because maybe it's not going into your Twitter feeds or whatever, but maybe by just doing what I just did, you'll be able to go back. There, Ron just got a second retweet. That was probably me. That was probably the retweet that I just did. Right? Or did I leave a comment? I can't remember what even I just I can't remember what I just did. I should retweet with comment. I'll retweet it with comment. That's what I'll do. Here. Quote tweet. At Ron. Who is Victor? What am I missing here, guys? What does he mean by that? Can somebody figure it out before Ron explains it to us? You know? New tweet notifications from Ron Placone. Dominic Leo retweeted my tweet. Dominic Leo retweeted my tweet. What, Dommy? Dominy num num. You're very good, yo. You're very good, yo. Look what you did, yo. All right, so we got Nick Brown retweeted that. I'll like and retweet Nick's. I'll like and retweet. New tweet notifications for Ron and Lee. Nothing. I think everyone on the planet needs to know
Roger Batchelder. Cheers, can't hear you in chat.
What? Can't hear you in chat. What does that mean? You can't hear me in chat. What does that mean? Cyber, am I live, right? Everything's...
Yeah, I see you on YouTube.
And can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I only hear you over Discord though. I'm watching on YouTube, only watching over it. No. The sound is off on my YouTube. Hold on.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I have sound on
Pamela
YouTube. I have
Powers.
sound on YouTube.
I can hear.
Okay. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Cyber. That wasn't hard, was it, people? Roger Batchelder's having some kind of an issue. Rogie!
Christoph54.
What's up, Beezel?
Long life to
Beezel,
biceps
little
tears of joy
Beezel?
look your son's fire smile with a halo.
What's up, buddy?
Roger Batchelder. When I click to chat it's silent, I have to close chat to hear you.
Hey, you want to come back here?
Dominic Leo. That's left and Ron the governor.
What, Beezel, little Beezel? Bees. Beezel all day. Come here, Rogie. Come here, buddy. Look, come here. Rogie's like, if he's like not sure about something,
Brap all day. I hear you.
Brock's like 2 minutes later, I hear you. Somebody has to fast forward the live stream to the live. Fast forward the live to the live. You got to go the live to the live. When I click to chat, it's silent. I have to close. When I click to chat, it's silent. I have to close chat to hear you.
Brap all day. I just did lol.
And Ron the governor, I hear you. I just did lol. Yeah. Don't be fooled, man. Don't be fooled. I mean, Ron DeSantis's claim to fame is he's anti-science. And he tries to chalk that up to anti-controlling people. And people like Joe Rogan, Jimmy Dore, and Tim Pool are easily fooled by shit like that. Oh, you're treading on our freedoms. Hey, man, I understand the argument. I get it. You know, at some point on some level, you know, there is some actual common sense reasoning behind that. But you can't just ignore everything else there is to say about that person. You can't just ignore it. And you know what? My bad. You can just ignore it. Joe Rogan, Tim Pool, and Jimmy Dore are all ignoring it. My bad. I was totally wrong. Yeah, you can just ignore all the bad. The newspaper article after newspaper article after newspaper article that I have read, you guys, I'm so surprised right now that I don't have a newspaper nearby that I can just grab and say, look at this one, look at that one. You know, it's like I usually have one right here. But, you know, it's like that. Just pull up the Googles. You know, Google's that guy and see what he's been doing, man. See all the different people he's discriminating against. And just wait. Sooner or later, you're going to be on that list, too. You're going to be on the list, too, of people he discriminates against. It's just a matter of time. This guy's a freaking monster. And I got to tell you, the guy that's running against him, his name's Charlie Crist. I don't like him. He's a fucking politician, whatever. But I wanted to hear what he had to say today, so I listened to a thing that they interviewed him. And you know what, man? He says it better than I can because he's a politician and he knows how to speak and he's been doing this for years. And as much as I hate Ron DeSantis and as much as I hate all politicians, I think it's important that you hear one of them outing another one and see how long you could take it for. And do me a favor, don't run off. Tell me in the chat if you can't take it anymore. But I'm going to try to pull this up so you guys can check it out, okay? Let me see what I got here. All right, here we go. We're going to do history. Okay, it's not there. Oh, I may have been watching under Truthier News where I saw this. Give me a second.
Pamela Powers.
Truthier.
Yes, I did the same thing. Listening to them today.
Really? Channel. No, here.
Brap all day.
History.
Couldn't
History.
hear you for a second.
Couldn't hear you for a second. Really?
When I was 3 years old.
Okay, so remember, this guy's a politician. Okay, this is Charlie Crist. He's a politician. I fucking hate them all. But if one of them says some things that I agree with, and he can say it better than me, I'm glad, because he did.
Cannabis heals. Must be on their end, I hear you just fine.
And the show probably had over 1 million people watching it on television. I'm assuming it's CNN. In addition to the fact that there were probably over 1 million people watching it nationally, it's also getting views on YouTube. Right now, it's got 104,000 additional views than probably the 1 million that it already got. So hopefully you guys will consider spreading this video around too. Look, I'm not politicking for this guy. What I'm saying is Ron DeSantis is evil. He needs to be stopped. You guys want to try to run him as your president, you're going to be making a huge mistake. But this guy right here needs to take over in this state of Florida. We don't need Ron DeSantis here anymore. This hate has got to stop. The divisiveness and the ugliness, everything that he stands for should repulse you and make you want to regurgitate whatever it was you ate for lunch today. He is a vulgar, disgusting shell of a human being. He doesn't even deserve that title. And this is the solution to him. It's all we got. And like I said, you want to run him as president of the United States? Go ahead, man. You guys are fucked if you do. Okay? You're fucking yourselves with that motherfucker. But we don't want Ron DeSantis here in this state. At least I don't want Ron DeSantis here in this state. Understand that. And listen to how this guy says it, okay?
In 8 years, Democratic voters in Florida have picked Charlie Crist as their nominee for governor. So how does a former Republican, who is now a Democrat, who hasn't won statewide office since 2006, plan to unite Democrats to beat a powerful GOP incumbent? Let's ask him. Congressman Charlie Crist joins me now. And Congressman, following last night, what is your plan over the next 11 weeks to take on Governor DeSantis?
To tell the truth, to tell how he's tried to tear apart my state, attacking LGBTQ children, attacking women and their right to choose, disrespecting women, attacking African American voters, making it more difficult for them to vote, not having drop boxes in minority communities throughout the state of Florida, making it more difficult for my parents to vote, my 90-year-old father, my 87-year-old mother, making it harder to use mail-in ballots in this state. It's shocking. I mean, it's like he wakes up every morning about the new group he wants to attack. We don't need, to tear my state apart. We need to bring my Florida together and do what's right for people and have a heart in the governor's office again, instead of somebody whose ambition is so absurd that it's blind for the White House, instead of caring about anybody's house in Florida. And we have property insurance rates. They're through the
Cyber
roof.
reload, cheers.
The ambition that you just mentioned,
Top of the hour, cheers, everybody.
it's pretty clear.
No
Governor
law regarding
DeSantis
cannabis.
has, as it's widely anticipated, he will potentially launch a 2024 presidential campaign. That is really what's driving, the feeling that Democrats nationwide have, which is that maybe you could help slow DeSantis's rise. Obviously, that's no small task, because despite how Democrats feel about him, Republicans in the state like him very much. Obviously, he has high poll numbers, pretty much more than any other Republican who is not named Donald Trump. And so I wonder if you view this bid that you are now about to embark on for the next 11 weeks as Democrats' last chance to really stop DeSantis from getting to higher office potentially.
It is the Democrats' last chance to stop him. And it's going to be a lot cheaper to do it in Florida than it would be to do it in 50 states. So let's do it now. Let's stop this thing. And I'll give you some other numbers. He's not that.
Bro, if you defeat Ron DeSantis in Florida, what makes you think he's not going to run for president of the United States? That's crazy. Come on, that does not make sense to me. I don't think defeating him in Florida is going to stop him from running for president.
Popular. What is he, 50% approval? Well, when I was governor of Florida, my approval rating
Christoph
was
54.
72%.
Health Lays.
I'll take that 22% difference in 2072%. My approval rating was 72%. Is he 50% approval? Well, when I was governor of Florida, my approval rating was 72%. I'll take
It's
that
important.
22% difference in 2022 any day, and 6 ways to Sunday. I'm going to beat this guy. People don't even know what's going on in the Sunshine State, Caitlin. It's unfortunate, but this guy has attacked everybody, women and their right to choose. Did you see Kansas? What happened in Kansas? That's like Mississippi or Alabama. Florida's a lot different than that. We're a lot more moderate than that. We're a third Republican, a third Democratic, a third Independent. Kansas is not. And you see what women in that state did? I've already, as the governor of this great
Christoph
state of Florida,
54.
vetoed any
27.
anti-abortion.
Cannabis Heals.
I mean, you know,
So this guy was governor?
Yes, he was. He just told you what his approval rating was while he was governor.
my distinction from him on this issue is crystal clear. Crystal clear. And as long as we do what's right, tell the truth, get help from friends across the country, because if you want to help Joe Biden get a second term, we need to shut Ron DeSantis down in Florida now.
And that right there is scary to hear him say that. But you need to disregard statements like that and just understand this guy is going to replace a guy who is discriminating against
Dominic Leo. Ron
against
DeSantis
everyone.
has a big war chest. What a jackass of a person. Ron DeSantis for president, no way, no, no. Christoph 54. The team button like thanks for the force fire. Cannabis
It's a lot
Heals.
cheaper.
So what
Help us
happened for
now.
him to
Go
lose the set?
charliechris.com.
Pamela
Today's the
Powers.
day. Now's
I
the
agree
time.
with him though.
Yeah, I agree with him too, Pamela. So what happened for him to lose the set? He didn't. He served out a term and stepped down. And I don't know. Did he lose? I guess maybe he got beat by someone. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if someone beat him. Maybe DeSantis beat him.
You want a moment to do what's right for our state and for our country and for democracy? This is it.
Christoph 54.
charliechris.com.
Sorry, no
Help
Rezo
us do it.
Social.
We're
Congressman-
already holding, 1 or 2 points within them.
One thing I noticed about your campaign is you seem to be adopting the Biden model of running, which is reaching out to more traditional Democratic voters, taking this stance, not certainly going to the left, obviously. I wonder what gives you the hope, though, that the Democratic brand still resonates in Florida in a general election.
It's not the Democratic brand. It's the Florida brand. I'm a Floridian.
I like that.
Floridians want decency. They want kindness.
Yes.
They want good teachers for their schools.
Yes.
They want safe communities for their children. I'm
Absolutely.
the former attorney general, the top cop of this state. I know how to do this. I've done it before. I've stood up for women. I've stood up for African Americans. I've fought for automatic restoration of rights for 155,000 returning, citizens, returning felons, frankly, because they paid their debt to society. And I, like God, and I learned in Sunday school, believe in forgiveness. It's called doing the right thing. Do what's right for people instead of...
It's funny. He said, "I, like God, believe in forgiveness." Dude, God believes in forgiveness? Psh, really? Fucking forgive what my fucking father's going through right now, what my mother's going through right now. Why don't you forgive that? Why don't you stop that shit? You're fucking God. I want to hear him say that shit again. It sounds like he is literally comparing himself to God.
Because they paid
And you can see why I fucking hate all politicians now, right, guys?
their debt to society. And I, like God, and I learned in Sunday school, believe in forgiveness. Like God, and I learned in Sunday school, debt to society. And I, like God,
Cannabis
debt to
Heals.
society. And I,
Yay, I need to do
like
some
God,
research on this
debt to
guy.
society. And I, like God, debt to society. And I, like God, debt to society. And I, like God, society. And I, like God, like God, like God, and like God, and I learned in Sunday school.
I mean, how do you know what God thinks, bro? How do you know God likes forgiveness? You ever had a child born, that didn't have all their limbs, or had
God,
mental capacity or.
Pamela
according
Powers.
to the
He's only
Bible,
agreeing as an
God
honest
killed more
person.
people than
That's
Satan.
how I took
Satan
it.
didn't kill anyone. God killed fucking the whole fucking earth.
Yeah, that's so forgiving. Yeah, right. He was so
Yeah.
forgiving when he murdered
Yeah.
fucking when he flooded the whole goddamn planet.
Yeah.
Right? That's great.
Let's
Great.
fuck everyone over.
I, like God, want to flood the entire planet and start over again with just a family. My family. That's why I'm changing my name to Noah. Fuck all the rest of you. I'm building a big ass boat. I'm building it now. In fact, it's in my big ass shed in my backyard as we speak.
Fried Drive. God talks to them all.
Now bring me
Meanwhile,
two
the
of
rest
every
of us
animal
call
and
that
shut the
paranoid
fuck up.
schizophrenic.
Cool. Believe in forgiveness. It's called doing the right thing. Do what's right for people instead of doing what's right for Ron DeSantis' political future.
Pamela Powers.
I mean, give me a
Lembow.
break. This guy is walking on
Paranoid
the backs of my
schizophrenic,
fellow
right?
Floridians to try to get to the White House.
I like
he
it.
thinks my Florida is a stepping stone. Florida's a special place. She is not a stepping stone. And we need to do what's right for the Sunshine State and what's right for the
He just referred to Florida as a she. I just want to point that out. He's objectifying women again, doing something stupid that a politician does, not making any sense. Florida's not a she, it's an it. It's a fucking state. It's not a fucking woman. So get the fuck off the she fucking pronoun shit. Dude.
Christoph 54.
Don't tell me you're one of those.
By me slapping fatigue. Christoph Big Force. My friends respect green heart dove. Amen. Smile with a halo dove.
Don't tell me you're one of them fucking pronouns people. Please, I don't want to hear about it.
Sunshine State is to put this guy down on November 8th. But we need people's help across the country, and we need it now. You come help me now, and you won't have to worry about him in 24 because this show is going to be over on November 8th.
Bam.
And we did see
He sounds like
a little
Rocky.
.com.
We saw a little bit of a preview last night from Governor DeSantis about how he plans to run against you, talking about COVID restrictions and
Christoph
the way
54.
that you framed
Bye,
those
LaRue.
during the
Christoph,
height of the
no.
pandemic. I do have a
No,
question for
you
You
stay
said Florida
here,
is different.
and
Would
you
like
keep
to see
watching
Florida
this show
divided?
until it ends.
He
You stay
talks
until the
about-
end.
Christoph 54.
No, you
God
stay.
bless you.
No, Christoph, you stay. You stay, and you do not leave.
80,000 Floridians are dead because of his policies. Dead. Over 6 million of my fellow Floridians
Listen.
have gotten this disease. His great leadership on this issue, because he kept a restaurant open, you don't have to, it's a false choice. You can keep business open and save people's lives if you know how to walk and chew gum. He doesn't, I do. We'll make the difference, and we'll make Florida better for it,
This
and we'll
orange
save
bud is
people's
awesome.
lives.
Do you think that argument from you will appeal to independents more than his argument, which is that he kept the state open, kept the economy running at a time when you saw other Democratic governors in some states, having very severe restrictions in place, and they would necessarily argue that it didn't change the outcome of what the death rates looked like, of what the hospitalization rates looked like?
Fried Drive. I'm a
We don't
pronoun.
have to
I'm a
have
noun and a
severe, we have to
professional.
have common sense.
The
He doesn't
pronoun.
have it. I do. I'm the son of a family doctor. My sister is a physician. I understand science. We can listen to science. People like Dr. Fauci, instead of mocking him.
Yeah, wait, but Dexter, even Dexter's parent, his father was a cop, his sister was a cop. That doesn't mean shit, bro. He was a serial killer. So, what does that make you, son of a doctor? Are you some kind of a butcher, some human butcher? What are
Like
you?
my governor. Like our current governor.
I'll
does.
smoke to that.
And make
Quarter of the
sure
hour,
that
no
we
law regarding
make
cannabis.
each
Cheers.
business
Cheers,
open
Cyber.
And save people's lives. They're not a false choice. You can do both if you got a brain in your head and you graduated from Florida State University instead of Harvard like he did. He's out of touch. He doesn't understand the Sunshine State. He doesn't have a clue about this place. It's sad.
Pamela
I
Powers.
do.
Cheers.
I've lived here since I was born in Pennsylvania, Altoona, but I moved
Trendy
here when I was 3 years old
Mandalorian.
after my dad
Happy
finished medical school in
420.
Emory in Atlanta.
Gellin.
And this is the place where you can make a difference. This is the place where you can help people. They call it the Sunshine State. I want to bring the sunshine back to the Sunshine State because honestly, Caitlin, under this governor, under DeSantis, the disaster DeSantis, it's been dark for 4 years.
Dave
We
C.
deserve
Fishing.
better. Our
I
people
can't
are
believe
suffering.
Charlie
The
Crist
economy
versus
is
Ron
unaffordable.
DeSantis.
How do you think it's going to
Forbes
go,
listed
Dave
us
C?
As the most expensive state to live in the country, more than California, more than New York. That's his leadership. That's what he's done. He's a disaster. And we
Congressman,
deserve better. And
can I
we're
ask
going to
you-
get it in about 11 weeks.
Can I ask you one last
11 weeks.
question? You know, you're talking about the perks of Florida.
Sure.
I cover the White House normally. Will we be seeing you in Florida? Do you want President Biden to come and campaign with you?
Absolutely. Listen, look what Joe Biden's done
Dave
for our
C.
President
Fishing.
Biden. Forgive me.
Ron will win a
Has
lot
done
of
for our-
Republicans moved into Florida last 2 years.
So I know that a lot of Floridians are feeling.
Dominic Leo. Game over Ron DeSantis.
I know that a lot of Floridians are feeling.
Dave C. Fishing. Republicans think Florida is like their refuge.
I think a lot of Floridians are feeling a lot of pain from the economy, and it's going to have an effect on. They're saying it's been low voter turnout. People are not excited. People are not energized. If the closer what I did today, I had to look it up just for my own personal.
Pamela Powers.
I tweeted it,
Plus housing.
and I know none of you saw the
Cannabis
tweet,
heals. So he is not a Floridian, he is from Pa.
so I'm going to try to find it because I don't know where I tweeted it from,
Pamela Powers. What a crow.
but it was one of my latest tweets, so it should be easy to find, and it was about Ron DeSantis, and it was about, this is what Ron DeSantis calls woke. That's it.
Pamela Powers. What a crowded.
So this is really shocking, guys, but this is the article right here. And
Dominic Leo. Cheers.
it's from ushmm.org. Okay, that's the source of this. And it says, as part of the Nazis' attempt to purify German society and propagate an Aryan master race, they condemned homosexuals as socially abhorrent. Soon after taking office on January 30th, 1933, Hitler banned all gay and lesbian organizations. Brown-shirted stormtroopers raided the institutions and gathering places of homosexuals. While this subculture had flourished in the relative freedom of the 1920s, Nazi tactics greatly weakened it and drove it underground. Right? So that's what the Nazis did. So anybody that wants to compare Ron DeSantis to Adolf Hitler in the way that he's now on two different levels has just gone after LGBTQ community. Just his anti-woke bill and his there's another one. It's actually I can't think of what it is. It's some other legislation, and I believe he's passed it, which was again harmful towards LGBTQ community. And it's what I said when they first started talking about this was that's just the start. Oh yeah, then it's something else. It's right. The second bill is people that want to get gender altering surgery can no longer use their medical insurance to have it done. They can't get it done in the state of Florida now. It's not the insurance company can no longer pay for your gender altering surgery, which before they could. And now they can't. That's the bill. So, like I said, it starts with your children. The first they say, "Oh well, they're just third graders. They shouldn't be talking about that." Well, that's how it starts. You're going to go after their freedom of speech. You're going to go after freedom of expression. You're going to go after teachers, schools, children. You're going to claim that it's the parents' right to dictate what goes on inside the classroom. Blah 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 blah. And then boom, next thing you know, now your insurance is taken away. And next thing will be bathrooms or, yeah, it'll be like transgender people can no longer use public restrooms or some stupid shit. And we've already taken the step with Ron DeSantis into Nazi Germany. And there's something wrong with him, and there's something wrong with the people that think that that's okay. If maybe they had a child that was born with both sets of organs, which happens to people. Maybe you have a child that has the tendency towards the opposite sex of what that child was born with. That happens. It happens a lot. And a lot of those children decide to get gender-altering surgery. And that's on them. And it should be on them. Decision that they feel comfortable with. They can go talk to people who've had it done. They can go do the research. And they can see if it's something that they want to.
We
they
already
can watch,
have restrooms for those types of gender.
They can watch educational YouTube videos about it. You know, they used to be able to ask their teacher that may have had that done what it was like for them, but they can't do that anymore because of what Ron DeSantis passed. That's right. If someone is trans and they're a teacher in a school right now, and one of the students wants to ask them, you know, what's it like? Was it painful? I mean, is it mentally anguishing? Blah, blah, or any of those questions. Ron DeSantis has now made that a crime for those people to engage in that conversation. So that, and now the insurance, and, you know, what's the next step going to be? What?
Dave C. Fishing.
What?
They got 2 trans teachers at my GF Kids school.
Wait. My mom is saying something. What is wrong?
Mother, are you saying I didn't ask you? Yeah. Do you see this other line right here? Keep walking right there, right where you are. Your foot's on it. Yeah. Did you fix that too? Oh, great. Okay. All right, well, I had a little miscommunication, but I did ask him.
So, yeah, I'd asked my neighbor, Mark, he's great, my buddy. And I had asked if he could fix the pavers. We've got some pavers that are dipped down. And he said, no, bro, I can't do that. I was like, right on. Well, my mom was like, oh, you didn't ask Mark? I'm like, yeah, I did. And they went out there and he's like, oh, these pavers over here. He's like, yeah, these I can fix. He's like, I just can't. He's like, I can't do the driveway. He's like, but this shit, I could fill this in. So I was like, yeah, I asked him, man. We just had a little miscommunication. I mean, don't be so rough on me. You know, I'm trying to do my thing here. So once again, I want you guys to see this article. I want you to realize that this is just history, okay? This is history. Hitler literally went after homosexuals, drove them underground. They were petrified for their lives. They were persecuted. They were murdered. Okay, brother. Thank you. All right, take care. So these are sources when I'm going through.
Cannabis heals. That happens all over the world.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that it happened in Nazi Germany, and it starts somewhere. You know, taking the LGBTQ rights away from people, it starts somewhere. And the guy that guy's running against, he's doing it in Florida.
Nay, you hit the nail on the head. What's next?
Well, what's next is hopefully that guy will get elected and Ron DeSantis will become a thing of the past. Hopefully he'll become exposed for the Nazi that he literally is a Nazi. And people need to understand that he's doing exactly what Nazis did. Try to have him explain out of that. You know, explain how persecuting and taking rights away from, and medical rights away from LGBTQ people. LGBT. You hear the T? You guys hear that? You know, it's right in the middle of all that. You know what the T is for? It's for the very people now that he has written legislation against to harm their freedom and their ability to exist Like, take care, like everyone else has in the world. Everyone else has the right to be who they want to be. But if you were born and you're not happy with the way you want to be and you want to change it, it's never been a problem before for these people to just go get the surgery, have the insurance cover it from an in-network physician, you know. And now this guy has made it impossible for them to do that. And it doesn't end here, guys. It didn't end with children in schools. I said it wouldn't. And now he's gone ahead with the insurance. That's the second thing. And this guy, Charlie Crist, is the only thing that's going to save humanity from this madness, man. Now, if we don't snap out of this, you know, and unfortunately, liberals don't offer the solution, man. You know, and you listen to some of the madness this guy's talking about Joe Biden. You guys want to hear what he has to say about Joe Biden? I'm sure it's a train wreck. Because like I was saying before, people don't have it so great right now.
Our country, he's been exceptional.
Dave C. Fishing. Charlie needs $1 billion donation.
Him bringing NATO
Rock all day. Probably 100,000 plus for the surgery. Pamela Powers. May, how do you think Biden is doing?
What he's done. He's been phenomenal.
Biden's
Gas
a fucking
prices
joke.
are down. Inflation is trending down. Democracy is trending up. I'm running against a guy who's against democracy. He doesn't support mail-in ballots. He doesn't support African Americans
Pamela
and the right
Powers.
to vote.
Sorry,
Joe
yes.
Biden supports all of that. He's a good man. He's a great man. He's a great president. I can't wait for him to get down
Pamela
here. I need
Powers.
his help. I
Tears
want
of
his
joy,
help.
tears of
And
joy, tears of joy,
he's the
tears
best
of
I've ever
joy.
met. I know this man. He offered me his lunch when he was campaigning for me a couple of years ago.
Oh,
down in
God,
Florida.
who cares?
I only eat one meal a day. I
How
try
fucking
to
anecdotal.
stay fit. I'm an old quarterback from Wake Forest. But seriously, this man is a great man. Thank God Joe Biden's the president of the United States today. Thank God for that.
All
And
right,
President
Congressman.
Obama before him. These are good people.
I think we should keep watching. Mehdi Hassan's good.
We've told you before on this show how Ron DeSantis, the Trumpy governor of Florida, has helped turn the Sunshine State into a petri dish for
Josh G.
Republican experiments
Another
in
orange man.
authoritarianism.
Open mouth
Well,
smile.
there's more news
Right.
on that front this week. On Monday, DeSantis signed a law making it a crime to protest in a manner that disturbs...
bottom of the hour. No law regarding
Not to the
cannabis.
latest
Cheers, Cyber.
Republican straw
Cheers,
man.
everybody.
DeSantis cited unruly mobs at the homes of Supreme Court justices
Pamela
in the
Powers.
wake of the
I
leaked
hate
draft
politics,
opinion
but we have
overturning
to.
Roe v. Wade. A war on protesters to go along with the DeSantis wars on voting rights, science, math books, Disney World, and kids who wear masks. Freedom! In some ways, DeSantis is just extending a path that was set out by the previous 3 Florida governors, all of them Republicans. The last time a Democrat ran for governor in Florida and won was in 1994. Tupac was still alive then. So you may be surprised to learn that the Democratic frontrunner to challenge DeSantis in his re-election bid this November is one of those Republican governors who preceded him. That would be Charlie Crist. He's a Democrat in Congress now and has been for a decade. He's been a Democrat for 10 years. But in 2006, he took the Sunshine State's top office with a very conservative message.
I believe that marriage is a sacred relationship between a man and a woman. I don't think gay adoption is appropriate. Governor Bush has been one of the most effective governors we have had. You know, I think.
So now you can see that Charlie, this shell of a man,
Dave C. Fishing.
paved
LMFAO
the
will
yellow
resolve
brick
Republican
road
talking points.
and led Ron DeSantis right down it and made this possible. This guy right here, you heard it out of his mouth, just like that, just like Hillary Clinton said. Marriage is between a man and a woman. She's one of the people that paved the way for these motherfuckers like Ron DeSantis to be where they are today. That look no further than this right here.
I don't think gay adoption is appropriate. Governor Bush has been, I believe that marriage is a sacred relationship between a man and a woman. I don't think gay adoption is appropriate.
Cannabis
Governor
deals.
Bush has been.
Yea, he is no better.
Yeah, right? There you go. Well, he is better because this was years ago. Understand, this was years ago.
Cannabis deals. Just from what you should me.
No, he's better, dude. This is a long time ago.
effective governors we have had. You know, I love Ronald Reagan. I think what's important is that we try to promote a culture of life, and I have a plan to do it with an adoption plan. We need to do everything we can to secure our border, to stop illegal immigration.
In fairness to Charlie Crist, he never seemed comfortable waging right-wing culture wars. I'm a happy warrior, I'm an optimist, he would say, putting a premium on niceness, a reputation that earned him the nickname Good Time Charlie. And as governor, Crist spent much of his time in office trying to sidestep the far right of his party and nudge the Republicans towards inclusiveness. Crist bucked tradition by declining to run for re-election as governor in 2010.
Oh, there you go.
Set his sights on Florida's open Senate seat. But with the Tea Party raging at the time, Good Time Charlie found little support among fellow Republicans.
Okay, well, there you go. So he didn't get defeated. He just chose not to run again.
Crist would later write that his viable life as a Republican politician was ended by a hug, specifically a hug that he gave to President Barack Obama at a Florida town hall in 2009. Conduct unbecoming for a real Republican, apparently. After that, Crist wrote, "I would never have a future in my old party again."
What a bunch of racists. He hugged a black president and therefore was shunned by the Republican Party. You don't think they're fucking racists in the Republican Party? Wow. So, hopefully they've changed their positions too, you know? Fucking dinosaurs.
Crist left the GOP and ran for Senate as an independent, but he was soundly beaten by the man Republicans picked in his stead, a pro-Tea Party state legislator named Marco Rubio. By 2012, Crist had announced he was a Democrat. He apologized for many of his old stances, endorsed Barack Obama for re-election, and even spoke at the Democratic National Convention.
Half a century ago, Ronald Reagan, the man whose optimism was inspiring to me to enter politics, he famously said at one time that he did not leave the Democratic Party, but the party left him. Well, listen, I can relate. I didn't leave the Republican Party, it left me.
That's how you steal a quote from somebody. That was good.
Jeb Bush recently noted Reagan himself would have been too moderate, too reasonable for today's GOP.
2 years later, Crist, the Democrat, ran for his old job against the Republican who replaced him as governor, billionaire novice Rick Scott. Crist lost by about 60,000 votes out of nearly 6 million cast. In 2016, Crist was elected to Congress from Florida in a purple district that includes the high school he once attended. Once he was a Republican with an A rating from the NRA, now the gun lobby rates him an F. But after 5 years on Capitol Hill, Crist is vying for his old job, a third time, challenging Ron DeSantis for governor.
Dude,
His message
so hot
is time to ditch the bully and give the nice guy a chance. Polls show Crist with a comfortable lead over his Democratic primary rival, Agriculture Secretary Nikki Fried, the only statewide elected Democrat in Florida who appeared on this show not long ago. But the most recent polls show Crist still trailing DeSantis in a head-to-head match by anywhere from 8 to 21 points. So how does Good Time Charlie Crist convince Democrats that he's the man that can break his old party's stranglehold on power? And how does he convince enough Floridians in 2022 that he deserves another crack at the job he once left? Why don't we ask him? Joining me now is current Democratic Florida Congressman and former Republican Florida Governor Charlie Crist. Congressman, thank you for coming on the show. Banning textbooks, calling teachers groomers, going after Disney. Republicans are out of control.
When Charlie Crist comes on, you're like...
Joining me now is current Democratic Florida... Why don't we ask him? Joining me now is current Democrat...
You guys see that? It's like a skeleton just like... popping out of your fucking TV set. You guys get that too? You want to see it one more time? Here it is one more time.
He once left. Why don't we ask him? Joining me now is current Democratic Florida Congressman and former Republican Florida Governor Charlie Crist. Congressman, thank you for coming on the show. Banning textbooks, calling teachers groomers, going after Disney. Republicans are out of control in Florida. Where are the Democrats on all of this? Why is your state party so bad at pushing back against these authoritarian measures?
I think we're pretty good at pushing back against it. They're banning textbooks in our state.
His parents and my parents are the same age.
Cannabis heals. He will not win. He is damaged goods, IMO.
How fuck old is he? Okay, Google. How old is Charlie Crist? 66 years old, dude. So if I had like a 66-year-old sibling, because his parents and my parents are about the same age, so I'm just like, let me see. I'm thinking in my brains and my heads and my skulls and my brains and my heads right now. Let me think. I'm thinking in my brains and my skulls and my heads. It's all been thinking about and around, and the stuff is going around. And I'm thinking, hey, I forgot what I was thinking about. Cyber, were you listening to my babble?
Say again, sorry, I was in an explosion.
No, that's fine, brother. I was babbling and I forgot what I was babbling about.
You babbled about that dude there, the old skeleton dude.
Oh, I was saying something. It's to the effect of something. He is evoking Ronald Reagan.
State. That's what Governor DeSantis is doing. What is next? Burning textbooks? I mean, it really is pretty outrageous. And I think that, going after Disney, I mean, Disney, I can tell you, Mehdi, as a guy who grew up in Florida, Disney is a...
Ron DeSantis did that. We should make a list.
Josh G. Something about Agent Brothers.
Ron DeSantis did the modern, the 2022 version of book burning. Is banning content, from DeSantis. So that's one really bad form of discrimination that Ron DeSantis does. The second form of discrimination that I'm thinking of is he banned speech for kids in school and other places regarding gender, then ban insurance for trans related medical, and at what point are they going to go, oh no, you're trans, you can't have that done? It's a fucking nose job, At what point are they going to do that for trans related medical procedures? So this is just revoked Disney's they had like a exemptions. I don't know how to spell exemptions. No, exemptions. I spell revoked wrong. Look at me. Revoked Disney's exemptions. Period. Dude, that was horrible what he did to Disney. He gerrymandered voting rights. Just say ANDER. Gerrymandered Black voting rights. Dude, the list is, I'm sure it keeps going, bro. The 2022 version of book burning is banning content. He did that. Banned speech for kids in schools and other places regarding gender, then banned insurance for translated medical procedures, revoked Disney's exemptions, gerrymandered black voting rights. He's done. He also, look, he disregarded and denied all COVID related science and recommendations. Jesus Christ, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? I wonder what else, man. There's so much legislation this guy has passed that is discriminatory. Okay?
Pamela Powers. Yes, he made it so everyone could go maskless.
And he's profited. His donors have directly profited from his legislation. His donors have directly profited from his legislation. This dude is so fucking dirty, man. It never ends. This list never ends. We're already on the sixth item. He made it so everyone could go maskless. Well, that should be a choice. What he should have done was said, everyone should go wearing a mask. Of course, I'm not going to mandate that. But if you have a privately owned business and you wish to mandate it inside your business, then you can. And that's the kind of legislation I would have liked to see, something like that.
After that,
if you, you should support them mandating masks on airplanes. That's just common sense. Even cruises are breeding grounds for that sort of thing, and I would require masks on cruises too. But that's me. That's how I feel about the science.
Pamela Powers, of course.
Revered icon in the Sunshine State. And I really don't know. I didn't know DeSantis was that anti-business. It's the largest employer in our state. But it shouldn't surprise us that he's doing that because he already sued the cruise industry in Florida, which employs, extended about 600,000 Floridians. So where DeSantis is on this stuff is beyond my comprehension. What I think is really happening is the following. I think the governor is really focused on the presidential ambitions that he has for 2024 instead of looking out for my fellow Floridians in 2022. And I think he's miscalculating. Now, he's doing pretty well, though, in polls that you see for 2024. The only person above him is Donald Trump, the former president.
So you say he's miscalculated, but Ron DeSantis narrowly won in 2018. And yet, in the intervening period, despite leading this authoritarian movement, despite going after Disney, despite presiding over chaos and mass death from the pandemic, more than 74,000 dead from...
Dude, the ticket's going to be Trump DeSantis. That's going to be the fucking ticket. Watch. I predicted it. Write it down. What's today's date? 8/24, afternoon show, 3:48 in the afternoon. That's when Nay said, dude, Nay just figured out Trump, DeSantis are going to end up running together for president of the United States. It's going to be Trump, DeSantis.
COVID-19 in Florida. He holds a commanding poll
That's
lead
going to
over
be the
you
deal.
and every other Democrat
But
running.
Trump's going to make a deal with DeSantis.
Josh
He's going to be
G.
like,
If they were both smart, they should do that.
he's like, Trump's going to be like, dude, stay in the race, hang in there. And he's like, and if I start beating
Pamela
you
Powers.
bad enough.
I already said that same thing last week.
Oh, did you, Pamela? Okay, well then I'm nobody.
Dave C. Fishing.
Then I'm behind
Why
the
would we
times.
DeSantis if H is gonna run for prey final 2 years of term?
He can
Pamela
help bring
Powers,
people over
for
to
sure.
Trump, you know? He can help bring people to Trump.
in this race. Why is he still so popular in your state?
He's not. The latest poll I have seen has him down, rather us down to him only by 3. And I think it's important to note that, when you look at polls,
He said 1
how
or
many
2
people
before,
are really
now he
that
said
confident
3.
in the polling industry generally? I don't know. The poll that matters to me, honestly, is the people. And when I go to the Publix here in the Sunshine State or the CVS or the gas station, God forbid, when you have to pay for so much for gas, people are pretty supportive of what we're doing. And the thing that really, I think, gets the people in Florida about DeSantis is how bullying he is. And the best example of that is a video that went viral about him, really chastising kids in school for wearing a mask behind him at a press conference. It was appalling.
Yes. It was outrageous. And we played that on this show. Outrageous. I have to
No, I didn't see that. What?
Josh G. I think he's a little in denial about DeSantis' support.
Hold on.
Dave C. Fishing. I saw that.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Ron DeSantis chastising kids for wearing masks behind him on stage.
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take it off.
Tonight, more fallout after Florida Governor
Josh
Ron
G.
DeSantis
Also,
admonished a
he's
group of
old.
high school
People like
students
young. I
Wednesday,
think this will be a sweep for DeSantis unless he abandons the state and goes prey.
highlighting
Dave
yet
C.
again
Fishing.
the bitter
He
divide.
said the college kids standing with him were putting on political theater for masks.
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take it off.
Tonight, more fallout after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis admonished a group of high school students Wednesday,
Honestly, it's not doing anything, and we got to stop with this COVID theater.
highlighting yet again the bitter divide over face masks
So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
and what they represent. Eric Marshall was one of those students.
I almost jumped out of my skin. I was really appalled.
His mother, Dawn, who's
Dominic
immunocompromised,
Leo.
was furious
It was
by
all
what the
about him
Yeah.
to get on the news just BS.
Why didn't your son rise above the freaking governor and keep his mask on for you? That's horrible.
governor
That he
said.
took his mask off. He should have left it on.
He took away my authority. He put my child at risk.
Yes.
He put me at
Dave
risk.
Yes.
because my
Fishing.
child comes
They
home
just
to
bowed
me.
down.
I was honestly not completely ready for it. I went to that USF press conference thinking it was just a simple photo op.
With mask mandates rolling back for the majority of the country, the CDC still recommends wearing them indoors where COVID levels are high, which is the case in Tampa, where the press conference was held. Today, Kate Snow spoke with CDC Director Rochelle Walensky.
So those students should have been comfortable wearing a mask. It is absolutely their choice.
I agree. But go watch Thunderfoot explain why masks work. Go watch him destroy Ben Swan on mask. Thunderfoot 00T Ben Swan. Ben Swan busted.
I'm Ben Swan, and this is Truth in Media. Truth in Media? There's no way they would lie to me. I mean, they're against the mainstream media with all their flashy production titles and professional, well-edited production. Oh, hang on. How is he different from mainstream media again? Oh yeah, of course. Alternative facts.
The war over face masks. Yes, in our highly politicized climate, it seems like everybody has to be on some kind of team against everybody else.
Well, if you think that facts and alternative facts are on different teams, then, well, maybe, yes. Now, this is Ben Swan from Real Truth Media, or some such, and he's got some conclusions that he wants to share with you about wearing masks.
He helps spread the
This is what you need to know. The reality is, number one, wearing an N95 face mask does not prevent the spread of virus.
Now, the bizarre thing here is this is at the end of a 12-minute video where he goes through paper after paper, none of which show what he's just concluded.
Exactly. And then I can't play this on here. I don't want YouTube to say this medical misinformation, because what that man just said is medical misinformation. He's lying. And masks do help slow down. And if you watch that whole video, Thunderfoot will completely explain it in the science of it. It's beautiful. He destroys that guy. But now it's so strict I can't even. What he just said is probably going to get me in trouble with the algorithms. I'm surprised I'm still live on 15 out of 15 channels right now. But I am saying, I'm denying what that guy just said, okay? That is not science. All right, YouTube algorithms? Cool. Make sure you tell the guys at YouTube. I understand what that guy just said was medical misinformation, and I'm not saying that that is right. I'm saying it's wrong. And Thunderfoot explains it. It's really good. It's called Ben Swan Busted on the Thunderfoot channel with 2 zeros. Go watch it, man. Just go watch the science behind it. I'd love to watch that whole video with you guys. It's great. It's a 21-minute video, and he just shows how it works. He does this little demonstration here. Look at this demonstration right here.
Spread rate observed. That world spread rate is one infected person infects about 3 people either before they die or they get better. This means that you can do the exponent calculation and work out that it's a little over a couple of months from first case to complete world infection, assuming no one does anything to try and slow that spread rate down. Now, the virus infects your lungs, and it uses the cells in your lungs to create the new cell membranes for the virus. So, ballpark figures, there you can turn your entire lung surface area into virus particles. So, how big is a virus? Well, a virus is about 1/10 of a micron, squared-ish. So there are about 100 of them in a square micron. And there are about 100 trillion of them in a square meter. Your lungs have an area of about 100 square meters, meaning that if only 1% of the surface area of your lungs is turned into virus particles, you have enough virus particles there to infect 1 million Earths without even breaking a sweat. Now, you'll be happy to find out here that viruses aren't smart. They have no intelligence and no plan. So, most of those viruses stay in the body, either until the immune system kills them or they kill the body. However, some of those virus particles are excreted somehow. Yeah, in this case, probably in little droplets that come out of the mouth.
There's another danger to wearing these masks on a daily basis, especially if you're wearing it for several hours.
Particles for you will make no difference whatsoever because you're already infected. However, for people out there who aren't infected, a few virus particles is the difference between not being infected and being infected. And of course, like most conspiracy nuts, Ben projects like crazy. That is, accuses everyone else of doing the things that he does most of all. That is, when you hear him saying something like this, you gotta see them, then tracking small numbers of them in the environment is almost impossible. But what you do know is the spread rate. That is, one infected person, on average, infects 3 more people before they either get better or die. However, one thing that we do know about the spread of the virus is the virus has to leave Boris and enter Bernie. And the more barriers you put in the way of that, the lower the infection rate. And the most obvious way of doing this, of course, is Bernie never goes anywhere near Boris. He socially distances.
Right.
And therefore, he never comes in contact with the virus,
course.
and he never contracts the virus.
Right.
This is why social distancing works. Now, in this case, he's going to cite a bunch of studies, none of which address the use of masks to slow the spread of a pandemic. None. Nada. All for you, real truth in this news.
Trendy
And something
Nick.
that's not addressed
Thunder
in
FOOT is
any
awesome.
of your studies. Boris here has been listening to real truth of your studies. Boris here has, here's a thought for you, real truth in this news. And here's a thought for you, real truth in this news. And here's a thought for you, real truth in this news. And something that's not addressed in any pandemic. But hey, here's a thought for you, real truth in this news. And something that...
Dude, he's saying truthiness news. What? Who? I thought I was truthiness news. I'm confused.
is not addressed in any of your studies. Boris here has been listening to real truthiness news and completely
Trendy
believes
Nick.
that
Almost said your
masks
Twitter
don't
channel
stop
long.
the spread of a virus
He said
in a
it,
pandemic.
truthiness.
And this is what you need to know. The reality
truthier,
is,
I'm
number
truthier.
one, wearing an
Right, my bad.
N95 face mask does not prevent the spread of virus.
My bad.
So when he gets the virus, he coughs out virus particles.
Watch this.
Now, Bertie, on the other hand, understands that wearing a face mask will reduce the amount of virus that he coughs out, maybe by a factor of a third. So when Bertie coughs, he excretes 1/3 of the virus, thereby reducing the spread of the virus by a factor of 3, which is not far off what has been found on the effectiveness of using masks in a pandemic to reduce the spread
Dominic
rate.
Leo.
So
I like to learn nay.
There you go. Well, now you just found out. That is the point. What he just said, that is the point. So they work. The science proves it. Here's the actual studies behind why it works. And for people to force a mandate on you, I disagree, because I see the way people react to that. But the fact is, they do work. And, you not wearing it, well, it just makes you one of those people that might catch it, not social distancing and doing all that. You're one of the people that might keep spreading it around, whatever. I'll just fucking social distance, wear a mask, or stay the fuck away, whatever. Wash my hands, do whatever I got to do. You do all the things they recommend. I just recommend it as a personal decision for people, just to be smart and safe for yourselves, I have a father here. I can't afford to let him catch this thing from me.
let's see what we got. Proceedings of the Royal Society. Modelling framework to assess the likely effectiveness of face masks in combination with...
Okay, let's close that.
Trendy Nick. My boss has it now.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people...
Pamela Powers. Right, you can do all that. I did.
Chris on, thank you. Who's Victor? Ron, who is Victor? He's not responding. Ron Placone won't respond. I don't know who Victor is, dude.
Trendy Nick. Watch it be something.
Well, somebody said Victor...
Pride Drive. Trump DeSantis. Brilliant. Then they could start a war and DeSantis could start an empire that rebuilds the houses that Trump blows up.
Right, Billy? What is... It's like Victor, Vector. What's the Vector, from fucking Airplane? I don't know. I don't get it. What's our vector, Victor? Nobody's
Trendy
saying
Nick. Obvious,
who
but we
Victor
didn't know, haha.
is. Nobody's saying who is Victor. What? I don't get it, dude. I'm gonna answer. No one's gonna figure that shit out. He looks like a penguin. With his hands like that? I don't know. He looks weird with his hands like that.
Fried Drive. What's your vector, Victor? I see. He looks like the autopilot dummy from the
That's what I was thinking. The autopilot dummy? Is that... But why does he say who Victor is? The blow-up doll. But that's not in the picture below, and he doesn't specify. I don't know. Is he saying he looks like the blow-up doll in Airplane? It's got 16 likes, and no one wants to answer my question. No one wants to engage me in conversation. Twitter's probably hiding me under other replies that people don't want to click on. Whatever. All right, man. I got this little picture of Ron DeSantis as Adolf Hitler. Little Nazi uniform. It's fucking great. Isn't that fucking fantastic? Isn't that...
Stream on YouTube stopped.
What? Try it again. Unreal. It just blinked off. I see it. It showed me it dropped over here.
I just got another tweet notification saying you're live now.
It might be up again.
Yeah, it went down.
It was started. It
restarted.
looked like it was down.
Started a whole new video. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. We're already live with people on the show. Now, the question is do I lose all those viewers that are watching on the other show? Well, I just went from 14 to 15, so I just gained a viewer. There we go.
Oh, yeah. That's why mine just sent a notification.
Nick in the house.
Yeah, I couldn't do this shit like on the big mountains, man. These mountains freak me out loaded. Take some balls of steel, I guess.
I'll be right back.
I'll be back. When you're loaded and you're using the brakes, like on all these curves and hills, brakes start to fade, and eventually you won't have them. Scary.
Entire world collapsed in a matter of hours was bewildering. It was like a bad dream. The allegations of this narrative have caused my family almost unbearable pain. To see our entire world collapse in a matter of hours was bewildering. It was like a bad.
Oh, dude, fucking racist cunts. Fuck them. Unbelievable. Party included a display mocking the holiday celebrated each year on June, the 19th of June, saying the Juneteenth flags were hanging over buckets holding fried chicken.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, they were fucking cunts. Fuck those racist cunts. Whatever. They thought they were funny with their little racist jokes.
Everybody that laughs at it's a fucking racist, too.
So she says the
Josh
fried
G. No kill
the fried chicken wasn't there to be racist, but she does admit to running a racist channel on Twitter. Hilarious, right?
And let her get away with it.
Admitted to running an anonymous Twitter account that posted racist content.
I don't see how that can't be racist. The buckets of chicken and shit.
Look, listen to her quote. I have made blatantly racist comments under that persona. The culture of Twitter operates that way. It gives you an opportunity to be someone you're not. Whatever. Fuck you, bitch. It allowed you to express your hate and your racism. That's all it did. And that's you said exactly what you wanted to say. You said exactly what you wanted people to hear. And you don't get to lie your way out of that. So, was your fried chicken a racist a commentary on your fucking racism, a projection of your racism? Of course it was. You lying fucking bitch. Just admit it. You already admitted you run the goddamn racist anonymous freaking account on Twitter. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. You know? Unreal. Unreal.
I'm back.
Unreal. Unreal, pal. Unreal.
You ain't got me doing that shit all the time.
Hey, Cyber. Hey, Cyber.
Yeah. I saw you on saw it on YouTube. I could not hear it.
Hey, Nick.
Unreal.
Unreal. Let's see if I can dump my ashes outside. So now I have full access to these blinds because I moved everything away.
Fried drive. Shush.
Unreal, fried drive. Unreal. That would suck if I opened this window just like this. Or not like this. Or not like that. Ow. Okay, that didn't feel good. Or like this. And then went like this to get my ashtray to go like that. And then that bear came up here and just stuck its head right through the fucking window. And I'd just be like, ah! That would suck. Unreal. Nobody's even doing that. Psst, nobody's even doing that anymore, Belzy. Ooh, that wind outside is nice.
Josh G. Nay, you ever play any horror games?
Hey, Josh G.
Dominic Leo. Okay.
Hey, bro. I don't need horror games. I had a bear try to kill me and my dog the other day. I live horror in real life.
Real life horror story.
Dave C. Fishing. Did you ever see a bear at your
Thank you,
PA
Mom.
home?
Heavy? Oh.
Is she coming?
Yeah. I'll order.
It's 4:04 already.
Okay. I'll order it.
Order it, so they can deliver it.
Right.
Because, Daddy has to eat at 5:30.
Okay.
What time is Stella coming?
Soon. I believe soon, so.
Get the food ordered.
All right, so my whole show reset. It's cool. I gotta go. I gotta order food and stuff. My mom was just telling me. So I should have said that to her. I should have just been like so everything she just said to me would have been funny.
She'll give you a free pot knot.
Dave C. Fishing. PSH dinner.
All right, you guys. I love y'all. I hope you had fun. I think we did all close to an hour or something like that. So I gotta go. I gotta order some food. So you guys take care. I will see you. I will see you on the next one. Guten bye.
These trendies.
Enjoy your 420s that are coming right up. You shall have some 420s.